Good morning, UNF. You are watching The Early Bird, brought to you by Spinnaker TV. We're live from the Student Union. I'm Nicole Laura.
And I'm Grady Trimble. We're celebrating the last week of school here on The Early Bird, and we're also celebrating the holiday season.
Yes, we are, especially with a special guest today, who's an entrepreneur who's going to teach you how you could own your own business.
That's right, and we'll have all the campus events that you need to know about as usual. It's all right here, right now on The Early Bird. You never know. Music flagship program presents a piano playoff at 7:30 p.m. in the recital hall. UNF piano students are set to perform under the direction of Dr. Aaron K. Bennett and Dr. Gary Smart. It's always exciting to see students showing off their talents, especially in this format. It's a piano playoff.
A piano playoff. You know, I love Christmas music, and I love when it's played on a piano.
Yes. What's your favorite Christmas song? We talked a little bit about Christmas music
We did.
yesterday.
Yes. I really still like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, but I also
Imagine that on the piano.
That would be a little hard, a little fast.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't think they're going to play that at the recital.
But
tonight.
possibly Jingle Bells.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Yes.
Or like some of the older ones, like the classics they could play. And I can't think of any right now, but I would love to hear Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine that. And
they
maybe
have
her
some fast fingers.
Exactly, and her surprising you and just singing that song.
Yeah, exactly.
Just showing up out of nowhere.
Or they could play a Susan Boyle song. Because
they could.
Ashley and I love Susan Boyle.
She's so great.
Yeah,
her voice is just, it's beautiful.
And she has a new CD out this year, so
she does.
It'd be perfect timing. But I think the piano recital is more going to highlight what the students have been working on all semester, and I doubt they've been working on Christmas music throughout the semester.
Probably not.
But if they're like me, they might have been, because I listen to Christmas music year-round. There's nothing like a little bit of, Michael Bublé Christmas during August.
Nothing's wrong with it.
No.
There's no shame.
It makes you feel colder in
sync all year long.
But now it's actually acceptable to listen to the Christmas music. So
exactly.
I like that.
Oh, good. And if you've ever wanted to dine with the presidents of campus, today is the day. UNF President Delaney and Student Government President Carlo Fossi will be at Starbucks today from 10 to 11, passing out cookies and coffee to students while answering any questions and enjoying a friendly conversation. You know, we just had Carlo Fossi on our show a couple weeks ago, and, he did great. He's so into student government, and we got to know a little bit more about him personally.
Exactly, and it's not every day that you get to talk to the president of the school and the student government president in the same place while they're giving you cookies.
It's a big deal.
Normally we're giving them tuition, they're giving us back cookies, so I appreciate that.
And coffee.
It's a nice way to give back during the holiday season.
Yes.
And Carlo, we learned a lot about him, like you said, personally. He actually has some interesting stories to share. His grandfather was a famous Olympic figure skating coach. He coached people like Michelle Kwan, and he's kind of a big deal. So you might learn a little bit of personal tidbits about Carlo if you attend the little thing that's going on later.
Yes. You will. Maybe you'll get to see some pictures. We weren't allowed to see the pictures, but maybe if you,
if we have some blackmail on him, we might be able to get those pictures released.
Possibly.
And we're also always helping you find some free food at the Early Bird. You can get free food if you're going to the cookie thing with Carlo Fossi and President Delaney. But Food for Thought is at 6 tonight in the Student Union, and students will have the opportunity to discuss social issues in a controlled environment. So that's always a good way to maybe talk about things that are touchy subjects, taboo, that you don't really talk about in public, but it's a controlled environment, so there will be no fist fights, there will be no arguments, it'll just be a discussion, and you can talk about intellectual things, or you could talk about Miley Cyrus and what the hell she's doing.
I don't know. She's doing some crazy things, but some people love her.
Yeah, I know. That's what we can talk about if we go. We can talk about, you might like her, I don't like her. Well, we'll have a healthy debate about
over some food. Over a nice donut or maybe a slice of pizza.
It's always good to discuss on a full stomach instead of
Exactly.
having an empty stomach and being grumpy about it.
Yeah, so food for thought, the best place.
Yes, and I think I can speak for all of us when we say we're dreaming of a white Christmas
Yes,
this year.
I'm surely dreaming of one, but I don't know if it's probably going to snow here. It's probably not, but maybe, I don't know, Lindsay's going to tell us about it, so we're going to toss it to her
All
right
right,
now.
take it away, Lindsay.
Hey there guys, Lindsay Kilbride here with your early bird weather report. Many of you have noticed that things have been warming or pretty chilly, but warming up after that really chilly Thanksgiving. So how are the temperatures looking to get today? Well, right now this morning temperatures are in the mid-50s and most have noticed that it's really foggy outside, especially if you are driving to school. So just be very cautious about that and leave a little extra time. Having a high near 71, 72 degrees today, but only a 10% chance of rain. So I recommend wearing a light jacket with short sleeves underneath. That way you can peel off your jacket and you're not going to be too warm later on. So let's check out what's in store for the rest of the week. Today is going to be pretty sunny, like I said, but no rain expected. Tomorrow, high is 75, and Thursday, a high of 77 with a low of 61. No jacket at all needed Thursday, and no rain expected for the next 3 days. So these warmer temperatures lead many Floridians to groan and complain and even question, is a snowy holiday season possible for Jacksonville? Well, the last time it snowed here was December 23rd, 1989. So pretty long time ago. And what would it take for Jax to have another white Christmas? Well, two things. The polar jet stream would have to move southward toward Texas, and also there would have to be a stalled cold front to combine freezing air into the frontal clouds. So basically it's extremely unlikely for us to have a snowfall here. But on the bright side, the last snowstorm closed down every bridge aside from the Acosta Bridge. So maybe it's better to leave the snow for other states. Hope you guys have a great warm day and catch me back here Thursday for your final weather report of the semester. Back to you, Grady and Nicole.
All right, thank you so much, Lindsay. I kind of think that picture was photoshopped. There's never been snow on Palm Springs
I don't know.
before.
It looked like a black and white photo. You know, 1989 was a long time ago.
That is true. Hey, I'm hoping for that rain, that snow this year. Not rain.
Yes,
on
not
Christmas,
rain,
so
no rain,
we'll
just
see.
snow.
Coming up, though, we have that exclusive interview, don't we?
Yes, we do. So keep it right here, Ospreys. We'll be right back.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back to the Early Bird on Spinnaker TV. As promised, we have that interview. Logan Sloane is here. He is a business major and an entrepreneur who goes to UNF. Logan, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I understand that you're a business owner. So how did you get into business and what made you want to pursue it as a career?
I've always been very interested in business. A few people actually know, but I first started my own business when I was in middle school. I started a neighborhood pressure washing business. And that evolved when I went into high school. I started a scrap metal business, and eventually started an iPhone buyback business.
That's very impressive. And
It
now
is.
your most recent venture is with a book buyback company,
That's
right?
correct. I just started a textbook buyback business called 365 Buyback. We have a website up, and where our idea is to help students sell their textbooks back and get a fair price.
All right. And so what made you want to start that?
Well, a lot of my friends didn't know what to do with their textbooks. Often isn't an easy way for students to sell their textbooks without shipping them off. I wanted to provide students with an easy way to sell their textbooks here in the UNF area.
So you take the books in, and then you find a good price to sell them for, and then you give the students who give them to you a good deal for it.
Correct. I give them a fair price, and I sell them on a national marketplace so I can sell them across the country.
Wow,
Okay,
very nice.
yeah,
I know you have an idea also to incorporate fraternities and sororities. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Sure, yeah. I'd love to get the fraternities and sororities incorporated in my idea. I'd love to take their books and have them donate them to me, and rather than give them the money for their books, give the sorority the money that their books are worth, and have them donate that to their charity or their philanthropy organization. Be a great way to raise thousands of dollars for nonprofits.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would.
Yeah, that's a
great
idea. Now, I know that right now you're focusing on this project, but when you graduate, what's your plan? Do you want to expand on this project, or in the future, do you see yourself working in another business?
I never really know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, if you asked me 2 years ago, I wouldn't have planned to start a textbook buyback business. It's always evolving, so I'm excited to see where the future takes me. If this business is successful, I'd love to continue doing it, but I may be doing something totally different in a couple years.
That's awesome. I mean, it's really cool to see a student who is taking classes full-time and a business major, and also someone who's an entrepreneur, and you're really utilizing what you're learning in the classroom and applying it to real life. So what advice do you have to business majors out there?
You know, if you have a great idea, jump on it, get started on it. You know, less than 5% of people that have an idea actually make it happen.
Really? So when people have an idea, it could be a great idea, but they never really get it out there.
People have great ideas all the time, and they just don't make them happen. You know, they think it's a great idea, and they sit and sit and sit until somebody else comes up with it.
So you seem like somebody who makes your ideas happen and makes them a reality. So you have your website. It's called 365buyback.com, and that's where students can go for the business. Is that right?
That's correct.
And then anything else you want to add to help business majors out? Any tips? And maybe you've hit some roadblocks along the way. What do you have to say about that?
You know, a lot of times your business won't be as successful as you planned. Don't get discouraged. You know, not all businesses are successful at first. If it's not successful, learn from the mistakes and apply it to your next business, or, you know, make the business better. But don't give up.
So it's always a way to grow and learn from it, and then maybe it will help you in the future. Well, Logan, thank you so much for being on the show today. We hope that you have continued success with your business. I know you just expanded to the website and the Facebook page, so it sounds like it's taking off, and it's great to see someone who's dedicated in their major and doing well in school and outside with their business. So thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, well, coming up, we have our viral video of the day, so make sure you stick around for that.
Be right back, Ospreys.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
All right, thank you so much for tuning in to the Early Bird on Spinnaker TV. Logan Sloane's still here with us, and he's going to get to introduce our viral video of the day in just a second.
Make sure to watch Spinnaker TV tonight at 5 p.m.
Spinnaker News will be on, and if you can't wait till then, make sure you follow us on Twitter. It's at UNF Early Bird.
And of course, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/UNF Early Bird.
All right, and before we go, Logan, why don't you introduce our Vine of the day? Just tell us
Just
here
tell
it
us
is.
Here's the Vine of the day.
Who comes up with these? What is that thing?
very interesting.
Oh, Ashley loves Justin Bieber and One Direction.
Is it all?
Yeah, have a great day, Ospreys.
Yes.